these areas in the Bible, at the end of the day we shall appreciate the message inside it. So if you look at Genesis chapter 1, talking about the creation account, how did the universe come into existence, how did man come into existence, it is talking about the creation, where we are seeing two creation accounts. First creation account, second creation account, the priestly and the Yahweh's account. So in these two accounts, they are talking about the creation of man, woman, and the creatures and the entire universe, light and etc. So when God was creating a man and a woman, he used these powers. And when he created a man and a woman, he created them with expectations of them worshipping and respecting his commands. For instance, when he created Adam in the first account, he saw that Adam is bowed, and then later on removed one of his ribs and created Eve. And after creating the two, he took them and placed them into the garden, where he forbidden them, he stopped them from eating the fruit from the tree that was in the center of the garden. And from there, God told Adam and Eve to always look after the creatures within the garden and even to look after the garden. But time came as the serpent happened to attempt Eve and made her to eat the fruit, and later on she took to Adam, and they ended up spoiling their relationship with God. That is the fall of man in Genesis chapter 3. But after them collapsing, their generation also came. But this is the beginning of the sin. This is the beginning of the sin, that even a sin continued for generations and generations. So the Bible in the book of Genesis, which is the first book, it is talking about what and how did the universe, how did God create everything that we look at. And still in the same area, we look at a man called Abraham. If you want to know Abraham, you can go to Genesis, from Genesis 12, I think, and you continue. Abraham, God called him from being a moon worshipper, and later on God gave him chances of changing from being a moon worshipper to worship him alone. Abraham was told by God to leave everything he had behind, including the wife and the properties he had, to go and serve him. So Abraham turned, and actually in this process, God made a covenant with him. He promised him a lot of things. And in this process, Abraham was given a child called Isaac, and from the wife called Sarai, and who later on was changed to Sarah. So Abraham also in the scenario is there. So the Bible is talking about a lot. It's showing us who God is. It's trying to show us the order of creation. It's trying to show us the commands, how authoritative God is. It is trying to show us what God wants. It is trying to show us the teachings God wanted the people to learn. Look at the Exodus event. As Moses was liberating people from the land of slavery, that is the Exodus chapter 31. Moses, when they reached into the desert, God gave them the 10 commandments. And these commandments, God expected the Israelites to follow them, because he was their liberator, and they had cried and they had sinned day and night. So he gave them the commandments. So the Bible is trying to bring us together, is trying to put people together, teaching them on how they should live in line with God. It is talking about the covenants. Look at the Mosaic covenant that God made with Moses and the people of Israel at Mount Sinai. When he told Moses, tell the people to gather around the mountain, create a boundary, let no one cross the boundary and comes towards the mountain. If anyone tampers, I will strike that person with thunder or the arrows. And told Moses, if you hear the sound of the trumpet, tell the people to gather around the mountain and tell them to come with the bull, and let the bull be healthy without defects. This will be slaughtered and it will be eaten. And God told him, if you see smoke and the sound of the trumpet, yes, I the Lord am in the place. So that is the snake covenant. Even still, God made a covenant in the Bible with Abraham. The Abrahamic covenant told him to bring the birds, to bring the animal, slaughter it, lay it on the altar, let the pieces face opposite each other, and from there Abraham went into a deep sleep, and the vultures tried to come and eat the sacrifices, but Abraham woke up and chased them away. So this covenant, all the covenants were between the spiritual power and the inferior power. The covenants were always between God and the people. So the covenants are also in the Bible. So we shall say that the Bible is a combination. The Bible is a correction of laws, order, and teachings that God wanted his people to follow. Thank you.